ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय।
श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि।
रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्।
சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஈவான் வெங்கடநாதார்யம் கவிதார்க்கிக கேதவி ஏதாச்சாரியவர்யோ மே சந்நிதத்தா சதா ராமானுஜதயா பாத்ரோ ஞான வைராக்கிய பூஷணம் வெங்கடநாதார்யம் வந்தே வேதாந்ததேசிகம். சீரொன்று தோப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வனேர போமளவும்
एवं स्वरसतः प्राप्त. Now, what we naturally should feel is we must bow to the Lord Mahavishnu and none other, none else. That's it. So, Devadinam ityadi shabdena pitradi sangraha. So, again, you can understand, when you say gods, when you say gods, ancestors also are gods. Our ancestors are also gods. Naturally, as one gets emancipation from this world, from the freed from the cycle of birth and death, so we become Nityajuris. Nityajuris are almost equal to God. And therefore, though we say that there is a special world for the ancestors, Pitrlokam. So from the Pitrlokam, they must reach again the Vaikuntham. So Pitradi Sangraha. I don't think Keshadas Swami should confirm the news whether there is any translation of this Pancaratra Raksa into English or any other language. If it is there, my explanation is not very much necessary. Sorry, evam, in this way. Prathama kala kartavyam mukta. Now, so far we have seen only abhigamanam. So, Vyasa Uktaritya, by the words of Vyasa, and you can say comparable with Daksha Prajapati. So, we are now going to the next step. What second prakriya, second time. What is that second time? Second timing. Prathama kala kartavyam. What is our duty at the first hour? and then Dvitiya Kala Sadhyam. Tomorrow, I think I will be able to throw more light because I am reading a book in what we call Nityanusandhana Kramam again. So, Dvitiya Kala Sadhyam. So, what is to be achieved by the second time? Second timing. What is that second timing? Upadana. So, Upadana is collection of materials. So, while collection of materials, again, please remember our previous concept, namely Dvaya Arthanusandhanam. Dvaya Mantra Arthanusandhanam. Please note Venugopalanji. Go on doting or thinking of, brewing on the meaning, inner meaning of the double spell sentence. Samaradhana Upakarana. So Samaradhanam is only Thiruvaradhanam, as we say it in Tamil word. That is Shri Aradhanam. Shri Aradhanam. So Samaradhanam is worship of the Lord, right worship of the Lord. Upakarana. So now materials. Upakaranam is accessories. So that we need. So Sampadana, we are going to get it. We are going to earn that. EARN, Sampadana. Or we are going to collect them, the materials. So Sampadana Rupam Upadanam. So it is in the form of collection, earning the material. And that is called Upadana. Aha said. Aha said. Now we are going to see in the title is there on the left side, bold letters. Vyasa Smrito. In the Smriti book called written by Vyasa, called Vyasa Smriti, Upadana Samvada. There is now a discussion, no argument. There is a discussion on Upadana. Now, how do you do this? So, Upayad Ishwaram Cha Api Yogakshema Artha Siddha. So, do not think of selfish motive. Remember, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. So all the worlds must be in good state. They will have welfare. So, Yogakshema Artha Siddhaye. Yoga is getting luck. Kshemaha is maintaining that welfare. This is what Lord Krishna said. He said in Bhagavad Gita. Yoga Kshemam Bahamya. There is a slight difference between Yoga and Kshema. Kshemaha, we are safe. Yoga, because of our association with the Lord. So yoga is getting blessed by the Lord, and Kshemaha is maintaining, continuing to get the blessings of God. Artha, purpose, siddhaye, success. So in order to achieve siddhaye, in order to achieve artha, the purpose of yoga kshema, meaning the loka yoga kshema, the whole world's welfare, what should we do? Ishwaram upeya. We must go near the God. We must go physically near the God. Upeyate, not just near, approach God. Not saying approaching God, meaning praying to God. It's not simply going and standing before. So Upeyati is you take some material meant for the Aradhana, collected earlier, say for example yesterday. So you take the material and then go. And when you go to the God, in your home or temple, whatever, you take someone with you. You take someone with you. Don't go alone. Don't think that you are the only priest and you can only have the right to do it. So take someone home. Take someone to the temple. So when you go to the temple, ask somebody else to join. If they join, okay. If they don't join, again okay. But Upeyad Ishwaram. Ishwaram. Whenever we said Ishwaram, we already saw Sarveshwareshwaram. The powerful, most super powerful Almighty. Ishwaram Cha. Why Cha? Cha, Api also, even Cha means and. meaning Ishwarim cha, Ishwaram cha, Ishwarim cha. This cha means and, which means the goddess also. Don't leave her. Don't leave the Nityaswaris also. So we have prayer, which Keshadas will quote a little later, because we say the first Dwarapalaka, Kumudaganan, Kumudaganan, in that particular verse. So Vishwaksena, Garuda, Adishesha. So we all worship them and open the door and then enter. Saying especially a spell like Ashtakshara mantra in some temples, Dvayam Dvadashakshara mantra in some temples. So Cha Api. Now, don't say, I am not expecting anything from you, therefore I have come to you. I am very much devoted to you. Therefore, I don't want anything from you, to ask anything from you. No, ask for welfare. Dogat Shemartha. That's what we call happy. So, be devoted. Don't ask for anything initially, but ask for something. But something will be welfare of the whole universe. Then, Savayet Vividhan Kutumbarte Tataha. Now come to selfishness. So sadhayet. So what are we to achieve? Sadhayet, we will achieve. Namely, the priest will achieve. Vividhan Artha, many purposes, many advantages, many benefits. Vividhan Artha. It also involves money, Artha. Meaningful life. We run a meaningful life. Vividhan Artha. Kutumbarte, for your family. Pray for your family. So, Upadanam, though you are collecting materials, though you are intent on understanding the inner meaning of the two sentence spell, your concentration is also on the world's welfare and your own personal family welfare. Sadhayet vividhanam kutumbarte tatotvaja. Tataha, then Vijaha, a Brahmin in the sense, one who is Anusthana Karta, one who is strict in rituals. Kutumbarte. Suppose that is why a priest is always a householder, grihastha. Normally, a brahmachari is not to be engaged according to Agama as a priest. So a priest will have lot of wants because he is an household. So you don't ask for perks, PERKS, extra benefits, fringe benefits, concessions, incentives, motivation for all these purposes, but have it in mind. Don't spell out. Yeah. Don't spell out. Don't be rather vociferous in saying, so I want all this, not only for my world's welfare, but also for me. Have it in mind, it will give you the pity. Thus, Vyasasprati said this way. Etatcha, so along with that, yeah, Bakshish. We say in Sanskrit, 2nd century BC, Panini wrote, Utkochaha, bribe, Utkochaha, bribe, lanjam. Sanskrit word is Utkocha, anything under the table. Bakshish is for festivals like Deepavali, Pongal, Sankranti. So, Etacha, this also, Laukika Ishvara, tip. You have to give 10% in USA. You know. So Laukika Ishvara Abhigama. Now, are we going to a God who is personal? No, 50%. Previously it was 10% of the cost of your food. Okay. The Laukika Ishvara Abhigama. Now, did you do earlier an approach to a God, a personal God? A personal God in the sense worldly God. That means who is ready to grant you the boons that you want. Laukika Ishvara. Why is it a Laukika Ishvara? Why not Alaukika Ishvara? Because we are not able to see the divine figure of either the Sivaikutanatha, Paramapadanatha, or the Vyuha Rupa, Sankarshana, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Vasudeva, and so on. So we are now talking to the Archa form, Laukika Ishvara. Now, do we have some other route, some other way out? No. Gatyantara Heenasya. I don't have any other way, method to approach some other God. I don't have any asylum, ASYLUM, given by some other God. A perfect asylum. So Gatyantara Heenaha, I am without any other method. Therefore, Apad Vishayam. This is something risky matter. What is that risky matter? Meaning, Abhigamanam will have a prayer to the Lord whenever there is an emergency situation in the whole world around you and in our family. Many had a lot of revelations, many had blessings. Recently, I heard a story that when doctors give up the treatment that the patient will die, and suddenly the patient has become very much alive and lived for many, many years. But death was sure as certified by doctors. So this is what Apat Vishaya. Apat Vishaya means, see, we escape from accidents. Yesterday, a girl came to the temple. Her name is Richa, RCA, Richa, meaning hymn, HYMN, hymn of the Vedas. Somebody named her beautifully. And she had an accident yesterday while returning from office to the home. And somebody dashed against a two-wheeler. And it was little damage. Fortunately, she didn't get any injury. She did not fall down. She escaped. And what she did was, she came to the temple and tried to give her horoscope, and find out why she had such a safe mishap. So this was so I'm quoting an example which happened yesterday. Nothing happened to her, fortunately, to her health. But the problem in the mind was how much compensation must be taken from the person who dashed her vehicle. So that's it. That was the argument. And her mother advised not to claim any compensation. But she is a bold girl. She does not want to leave free the person who passion. So this is apadusha. This is apadusha, emergency situation. So while in Abhigaman, for example, a tsunami is announced earlier, a storm, tornado is announced in advance. You know, in US, people get under the table inside the house. As in Japan, whenever there is a turbulence of the earth, meaning shaking of the earth, bhukampa, then they get under the heavy objects which will so that the objects will not fall on them, to be safe. Generally, it is said in very high, what you call, multi-storied buildings, they have been constructed in so well that they will be flexible in a storm. They will be moving this way. So less than 45 degrees, so that they will not fall. Construction is so flexible because they get frequently the earthquakes. Japan is prone to earthquake. Still, they are achievers of the whole world. Okay. So here we are talking about Abhadushayam is Abhigamanam. So Abhigamanam is very important because there is an emergency, there is an urgent need. Then Smaratihi Nagara Pravesanani cha Varjayet. Where will you be safe? You will be safe in villages. So Smaranti, people remember, he indeed. So Nagara Pravesanani cha Varjayet. Don't enter into a city. Nagara Pravesanani. Before entering into a city, there is a tradition, there is a custom to stay in a place in the suburb of the city, outside the city, and then take rest for some time, and then find out the situation of the city and then enter. This has been adopted by, in those days, in the 1st century BC, in a drama called Pratima Natakam by Basa, when he described the situation, that when Bharata was called by Vasishtha, by sending messengers to the Kekaya country, Bharata returns to Ayodhya. When he returns, he is ready. He was taking rest in a small temple complex, and there he sees the statue. He sees the statue of Dasaratha also. In those days, only dead people had statues, not living people. And therefore, Bharata came to know with a shock that Dasaratha is already dead. And Kausalya, Sumitra, and Kaikeyi are there in the temple, worshipping the ancestral kings, namely Dilipa, Raghu, Aja, and Dasaratha. 4 statues are. These are all, of course, imagination. And the mothers are asked by Bharata, who's this statue? Whose statue is this? Whose statue is this? So one by one they say Dilipa, Raghu, Aja. When they come to Dasaratha statue, they keep quiet. They don't say. Bharata is pestering with the question, but he is not answered. He is staying in a place before entering Ayodhya. He came to know the shocking news which the city had. When Bharata comes into the Ayodhya city, he is not respected by the people. Everybody disrespects. He is indifferent towards it. Apadushay. So Nagara Pravesanani, na varjayet, cha varjayet, avoid entering into the city. My own experience will be, I don't want to enter a city where ambulance noise is heard often. I am irritated by the ambulance noise. Somebody is sick, somebody is a patient, to the hospital. It is a very, what you call, bad sign. Ashubha Shakunam. That's what I want to say. So here we are going to see Uttarjashi Shandilya Smutam. Today being a week of Deshika celebrations, I would like to just tell you only one point which I read recently. Of course, one by one we are reading the verse of 114 verse of Vedanta Deshika. 5 are missing now. They are extant now. I mean, they are not available. And recently, of course, a few years back, I think a decade back also, we have Swami Vedanta Deshikar. On Swami Vedanta Deshikar, there's a poem called Odam. Odam is meaning a raft, R-A-F-T. Otherwise called in Sanskrit Udupaha by Kalidasa. Udupaha. R-O-W. While rowing the boat, we got it in Sanskrit, Tamil, Tudu. But Udupu, a raft is what we call a small, we say catamaran from Tamil. English word catamaran in Tamil.
A tool tread the boat. A tool tread the boat.
A
Pole like.
boat.
A pole like.
Only two people may, I think 2 or 3 people can go travel. And it is actually a joint venture of some logs of wood. And they are set to float on the ocean or river. So here, I mean, of course, it is very risky to travel on a raft. And if you look at the what verse of Kalidasa in Raghunsa's verse number 2, he says Kalidasa's modesty is seen there that I am to cross the ocean by a raft. It is very difficult to cross an ocean by a raft. Titeshuhu mohatu udupenaspi sagaram, he says. So we can say, apply the same idea that with regard to Vedanta Deshika's works, one cannot master in one's own life. So Vedanta Deshika lived for 101 years and wrote 119 books. When did he write? We did not know. Nor whether in his young age or old age. We have only one aspect in about Banabhatta. Banabhatta is a very great prose author because he has written 2 prose works in those days. Normally, nothing more than single work in prose is written in Sanskrit by great poets, even great poets. The greater poets are those who can write 2 prose works. Prose is very difficult to write. The poem seems to be easy, but the poem is also difficult to write. So unless we memorize the 2000 verses and odd of Amarakosha, the dictionary of synonyms, we find it easy. And we also will have pratibha, imagination. If pratibha is not there, that's what we call creativity. We will not be able to compose good poems. We can write a lot of poems, but they should be good and they should be enjoyable, relishable. So here, Vedanta Deshika's works cannot be read in one full human life. And the point here I wanted to stress on, Odam Tamil in Tamil, Odam. It is Odam itself means raft. And when you sing the song called Odam, it is like you are rowing a boat and traveling in a small boat. That is the. So in Kerala, you find on Onam day, there are competitions like boats and how fast they go.
Yes.
And many people rather row the boat. And again, they sing the song.
Team of people.
Please note, They sing the song. That's very important. And again about Lord Krishna. They sing the song on Krishna, and because Thiruvonim, what we say in Tamil, whereas Shravanam is a star of Lord Srinivasa of Tirupati, but whereas Krishna is
Vamana.
people
Vamana.
from Kerala,
Vamana.
accompanied by Vamana. So here, so another point that I read recently, when I'm guiding people in Garuda Panchasana. Garuda Panchasana. From Garuda Dandaka, you can find Vedic words, scriptural words on Garuda. And once we memorize and just find it. And we have a Garuda mantra also. Very easy to know and very easy to remember also. Very easy to memorize. We are supposed to get a lot of benefits. We always want something from the God. And the Garuda Panchasat idea is, of course, philosophically we say, you and I are gods, you and I are Sriman Narayana, you and I. Just because as Antaryami, Lord Sriman Narayana resides in us, Angushtamatra Purusha, just in the form of a thumb, in our heart, which is as big as our mushti, the fist, our own fist. The heart is so small. So when you say bigger heart, there are two meanings. One is philanthropist is called having bigger heart. A large-hearted person is a large-hearted person. Whereas a large heart is a problem for health. So when the heart expands, it is harmful.
Enlarged heart.
The problem is many. Will be many. Now, so with regard to this, all of us are gods. In the sense, all of us are almighty. All of us are. The only difference is, as you know, there are 9 types of relationship between the Jivatma and the Paramatma. The idea, the central idea of this Garuda Panchasat is, Garuda is none other than Sriman Narayana. That's it. Of course, Vedanta equates Garuda with the Lord Vishnu. In the sense, as the Alavanda, Tamil, Yamunacharya in Sanskrit, called the kite, K-A-T, named Garuda, with an epithet in his Chatushloki called Vedatma Vihageshwaraha. Vedatma Vihageshwaraha. So he is the soul of the scriptures. Then who will be the soul of scriptures generally, normally? Almighty, the superpower. Therefore, he is equated with Garuda. And Vedanteshika was so enormous, what do you call it? Attracted, enamored, E-N-A-M-O-U-R-E, or sometimes the American spelling without U. Enamored by Garuda, because Sakshat, physically in person, Garuda taught him Hayagriva mantra. And therefore he has got high respect for Garuda. And please note that the weapons, for example, 5 weapons in the hand. And according to Swami Vedanta Jika, it is 16 weapons because he has written a devotional song called Shodashayuda Stotram. And therefore, either the weapons as paraphernalia being the ornaments to the Lord. This is the other way also about. Lord beautifies them. Lord beautifies the ornaments. They are more beautiful because of Lord's association. The same way, Garuda and Vishwaksena and Ananta, Adishesha, being called Nityasuris, 3 Nityasuris, permanently residing with him, also are equated. So when Garuda is equated to Lord, then Adishesha is not
Angry.
less person. So Adishesha we find the service done by him is greater than even Garuda. And he seems to be very quiet. He is humble. He never had pride, insolence, and he did not become haughty at any time that I serve the Lord. Whereas Garuda, at least once upon a time, said, I serve the Lord. I carry the Lord on my back. And again, it is also said, because of the action of Lord Mahavishnu, making his legs rub against the body of Garuda, there are so many scars. There are so many scars on the sides of, on the wings of Garuda, so that Garuda will be hastened, made to go fast. So that is the beauty here. So Garuda is almost God for Almighty for Swami Vedanta Deshika. And he explains in different ways how Garuda will be beneficial to all of us, how the prayers to Garuda will be answered very quickly. And that is because Bhagavata Seva, Bhagavata Kaikaryam, Bhagavata Dasyam will be considered as better than Bhagavad Kaikar, service to the Lord. So with these few words, I would like we will resume the Pancaratra Raksha, and Venugopalan, he will also understand the efficacy of the devotional song and other works of the Vedanta on this particular special occasion. Dependence is very important. Dependence. We are not independent. We are not independent. Asvatantraha. We are not dependent. Dependent on God. That is what we must understand from Swami Vedanta Deshika's Paratantra. Very good. Paratantra. He is the only person who is called Swatantra. Swatantra. Whatever effort you put in, we are not independent. She is independent. She is independently can allot moksha. Of course, on recommendation, she never fails to consult Mahavishnu. That's what we say. So both are compatible to each other. Though both have right to
she is independently, Swami, she is independently dependent.
Right. It is not a full freedom of independence of Maharashmi, but it's what we call, it's not even say restricted freedom. It is what we call automatically acceptable freedom, voluntary freedom.
Mutual acceptance. Mutual acceptance.
Tomorrow is Dwadashi. Of course, there's no restriction. And tomorrow is Ravana Dwadashi. The problem is for only fasting people. So today they must fast without water, and tomorrow they must continue for 48 hours totally. Generally, the Shravana Dwadashi is fruitful.
I thought Shravana Dwadasi they had to only fast on the Dwadasi, not on the Ekadasi. They have to do 48 hours, really? 2 days?
Yeah, from today.
Oh.
And again, another small condition is, while you fast, you should not sleep. While you take food on Dwadashi day, you should not sleep during daytime.
Ramanujadaya Bhadram Jnana Vairagya Bhushanam Srimad Venkatanathāryam Vande Vedanta Desikam. கவிதார்க்கிக சிம்மாய கல்யாண குணசாலினே ஸ்ரீமான் வெங்கடநாதார்ய சிரம் விஜயதாம்புவே இரொன்றுதோமும்
You have combined the other
வாதித்தே
half. Okay, no
கோவங்க பஞ்சானன பராக்கிரமா ஸ்ரீமான் வெங்கடநாதார்ய சிரம் விஜயதாம்புவி சீரொன்று தோப்போ திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே வயாதோ தாருணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேர ஓளவும் வாழ்வு
ராமானுஜதயா பாத்திரம் ஞானவைராக்யபூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கடநாதார்யம் வந்தே வேதாந்ததேசிகம்
कवितार्किकसिंहाय कल्याणगुणशालिने श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய.